Hello everybody, Sonny Rich here with a Vinyl Finds video. I haven't done one of these in over a month, and I'm very excited about this one. I'm so excited, I can't tell you how excited. But first of all, I'm gonna leave a link to the Vinyl Nerd. It's a new channel. He's made one video, and that video is showing 3 records that I sent him. He won my contest. Now, I'm just going to jump right into this. First one is Underground Fire on Noble Records. This is my first purchase of a Noble Records release. And the reason why is most of them that are on Noble Records that he's released so far, it's not that I don't like them. It's more of the hard and heavy early 70s sound. And it's not so much that I don't like that. It's just a rabbit hole I don't want to go down at this time of my record collecting phase and my age. I don't want to go down another rabbit hole. I've got enough on my plate. And this is a band from Monroe, North Carolina. Apparently, Dylan from Noble Records spent a lot of his youth growing up in Monroe, just out of Charleston, I believe. Is it Charleston? Yeah, whatever. And this is more of a 60s kind of feel to it. Well, actually, I do have records that kind of sound like this with the rhythm guitar, kind of Acid Archives records and stuff. Except this one has the fuzz guitar leads in this, or what kind of distinguishes this from some of the other records I have. It's high school kids that were basically a cover band. They used to do Iron Butterfly songs, I think Steppenwolf, and, stuff like that. Grand Funk. And they got 8 hours of studio time, and they had 3 weeks to prepare for it. And they wrote all these songs. There's 8 songs total. They wrote all these songs, for the studio recording that eventually came out. And it's pretty good, man. The only negative for me is We Can Make It. The drum solo, I'm not really into drum solos, and it's a little too long for my taste. But other than that, man, this is fantastic. It's a rock and roll group. And you can tell the lyrics aren't Bob Dylan, but that's fine with me because I'm not really a lyrics person per se. But it's really good, man. It starts out with Loving Man, a really good rocker with this really great fuzz guitar in it. And then Love the Love That Loves You. It's a kind of a more popular, jumpier song, but really good. I Love You, for me, maybe the weakest song on the album. And then side 2, you got Evil Woman, another really great way to start the side. You'll Like It, another kind of poppier, well, it's not popular, but a kind of snappier, or I don't know, feel to it. I Loved Her. I think that's maybe my least favorite song on side 2. And then it ends with Cardiac, which was supposed to be Cardiac, but the dude misspelled it. And that's an instrumental jam. And it's a great way to end this. I highly recommend this if you're into that kind of... It's a great sounding record also. It sounds better than any Blue Note that I've ever heard, No, I dig this, man. You can tell it's got the quality of some high school kids in a studio, and the rhythm guitar. I've heard that rhythm guitar sound many times, But yeah, I highly recommend this. It comes with this 8-page booklet or insert. Man, fucking Coco. And this is what the record looks like. Pretty cool vinyl. And it's dead quiet, man. It's just a great pressing. I was really impressed with this. And I won't hesitate to buy more records from Noble Records. Now this next one, these first two records are I pre-ordered. Now this next one is from my friend Ryan Kidd, Dead in Memphis. Now I showed this record in a video. I think it was Records I Played Today, the last one. Maybe, I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago. And this is Ryan Kidd, Dead in Memphis. This is a test pressing. And this is fantastic. This is my favorite new record of 2024. Just fantastic. It starts out with this buzz, and then it just starts out with this guitars. I really love the tone of the guitars on this. It comes with this insert, and it starts off, the song is, yeah, I Live at Night. I Live at Night. Just a really catchy song, you know. And then Glued on You, one of my favorite songs on the side. Everything on the side's great. The kids want kicks. That's kind of it's slowed down a little bit, and I think some of the older folks like Bip Bop Boom may like that song, you know. But it's really great. And there's even a little bit of All You Need Is Love in there. And it's on black vinyl. Plain white labels. You have to look at the dead wax to know what side is which. I ordered the regular version, but I guess it's not due out till mid-September, which is in a couple of weeks, I guess. And I was going to show them together, but that hadn't arrived yet, so it's no big deal. I'll show it again. I'll plug Ryan again. And it comes with this little insert, just listing the songs. Otherwise, you don't know what the songs are unless you look at that insert. Okay. The next two are probably, the only two used albums in this whole bunch. And this next one is the only album I bought off of Discogs, off of the internet. Now, the two pre-orders I got through, you know, it got sent to me, and I ordered from their websites. But this one I ordered off of Discogs, and it's The Hobbits, Down to Middle Earth. I really dig this album. It's a 1967 release. Now, I believe it's a one guy in the studio type of deal. And maybe some, you know, studio musicians helping him out. I don't know the guy's name. I guess I could look it up on Wikipedia, or I could get notes and read from notes, but that's not what my channel's about. It's a guy, you know, it's some dude. If you want to find out his name, go look it up on Wikipedia. But this is fantastic. Great album cover. And it was like in the $30 range, and it was listed as near mint. And I go, man, that's a lot cheaper than normal. And I jumped on it, and it's fantastic. It's near mint. I mean, it is quiet. The covers in the shrink. It's kind of a poppy. I wouldn't say bubblegummy. I know some people that are into the heavy psych might, but I don't consider it to be bubblegummy. There's little traces of psychedelic stuff in there. Like in the opening song, Down to Middle Earth, there's some traces of psych in there. The third song on side one is The Wanker. It's Daffodil Days. And it's kind of a wankery song, but it's really, I don't mind it. for a wanker song with kind of weird singing. But it's not as bad as some that I've heard. And the last song, Treats, has a little bit of the guitars come in, you know, some heavier guitars come in on that. The end of that song. It's like, man, I wish I would have put a little more of that throughout. I think I like side 2 better. It's got a little more psych feel to it. Hands and Knees. Oh yeah, Let Me Run My Fingers Through Your Mind. That one has definitely some psych. And Out of My Mind, the next song. I would say Sunny Day Girl is probably the poppiest one. The last song of the side 2, the last song of the album, is the poppiest song on side 2. But yeah, really cool album, man. And I really dig it. It's not hardcore psych, but it's a great 60s album. And nice Decca sleeve. And the Decca label that I knew from my old Who records. God damn, Coco. The next one, all the rest of these, I bought at Going Underground Record, my local record store. The first one I'm going to show is a used one. All the rest were sealed, brand new. And this one here, the used one, is Little Bit of Soul, The Music Explosion, also from 67. Both of these records are from 1967. Good year for music, man. This one had a hit, Little Bit of Soul. In fact, the Ramones covered it on Psychedelic Jungle. It was the opening track of the album, which many people complained about that song. I thought it was a good cover. But yeah, this is a really good rockin' album. It's really polished rock. It's got some soulful singing on it. It's on the poppier side of rock, not the heavy side, but I really dig it. I love 60s pop rock music, man, and it's really good. It doesn't list all the songs on here. I know they do a cover of 96 Tears, and that's not listed on the front. But yeah. And it's on this Laurie Records. So 1966 Monarch pressing. I knew that because I entered it into Discogs. Now this next one is a bootleg, and it's the Misfits studio outtakes from 1978 to 1979. This is fantastic, man. Really good sound quality on this. Now, I know somebody showed this before, and they said how good it was. And I was just kind of wondering, you know, do I have any of these outtakes already? And I might. I mean, this was around the Static Age era, and that whole album wasn't released, so that album could be considered an album of outtakes, but I don't think it is. I think these are different versions. You got Hybrid Moments, an instrumental version. You got Who Killed Marilyn, 2 different versions of that. Children in the Heat, 2 versions of that. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, and it's very well recorded. And Misfits are one of my favorite bands, and they're reaching near the top of my favorite bands, actually. And it's on black vinyl, I think, or is it? No, it's green. Go Jets green. Go Jets. Really cool, man. Now this next one, another new album. Oh, this is an actual new release. It's either 23 or 24. And it's Mural. No, how do you say it? Moro. I think that's how you kind of the right pronunciation. It means wall. And it's Nuevo Dogma. Band from Colombia. I think the mailman's here. That's why all the dogs in the neighborhood are barking. And really cool, man. I have a few of their records already. And I think this is probably my favorite of the bunch. I really dig it. I've only heard it a few times. I mean, I haven't had it that long. But I like the sound of this. Really. It's a hardcore punk band. I kind of have a soft spot for this band. I bought one of their early records and I started watching videos of them. And there's quite a few live videos of them in Canada. I guess they got stuck in Canada because of visa problems or whatever. And they were there for like, I don't know, 6 weeks or so. It's pretty cool. They did some pretty cool shows up there. And I dig this singer, man. I don't know what that is off the top. Well, it's a guy singing. Mural. And yeah, there's a dude with the microphone. Yeah, the singer's a trip, man. He's not your typical looking punk rock singer. And it comes with a bunch of stuff. Got a poster here. With all kind of stuff. You got some fat policemen right there. Another poster. Which is cool, but I don't need all this stuff. Got a hand dropping skulls, and there's all the skulls down there. Another smaller poster, yeah. This is more like, those are more high quality paper. This is more newsprint type paper, mural. Yeah, that's the cover. That's a poster of the cover. And then it came with this book, all in Spanish. Except you recognize Putin's name or Trump's name, you know, here and there. A lot of words. Some pictures. Now that I'm, showing it, I can't find any pictures, but whatever. And there's some pictures of the band right there. Now this next one is another one that I bought. Sealed, brand new record from Going Underground Records. And it's one I've shown, Time's Up, Buzzcocks. And I showed this on my records I played today. And I mentioned in that video that I normally don't talk about records that I've never shown or, new purchases, on those records I showed today videos. Wow, that was a mouthful. But yeah, this one I did. And the reason why is this Time's Up, Buzzcocks. It's 1977 demos with Howard Devoto. And this is fantastic. And this is my favorite Buzzcocks album now. In fact, because of this one, I pulled out my other Buzzcocks, their debut and In a Different Kitchen, and I played those, and I ended up selling them. I got $70 for both of them, so not bad, Considered I bought the In a Different Kitchen. I bought that used in the '80s for probably $2 or $3, and I bought their third album, the yellow one. In a Different Kitchen. That's the one I bought brand new, and it was like $3 or $4. The other one, their debut, I bought used for a couple of bucks. So, anyways, who cares? I got rid of those. I know people are saying, "Oh, those are the best punk albums ever." I dig this. This sound is more up my alley, and what I'm listening to. So why? There's no point in having records that I'm not going to listen to. And as you can see, I've been getting rid of some records. This is what the sleeve looks like. Just fantastic, man. I can't say how much I like this album. I'm surprised. I mean, I've always liked the Buzzcocks, but this is my favorite Buzzcocks record. And the next one is, I didn't show this record, but I did play Final Descent by Sam Hain, and I kind of referenced that the reason I was listening to that was because of this purchase. And this is Possession. Yeah. It's an EP, Sam Hain EP. And these are songs from the Final Descent sessions. And this is fantastic, man. I think that Trouble, the first song on side 2, that's the weakest song of the 4. All the other, the Twist of Cain, Possession, and Lords of the Left Hand, second version, those are all 3 fantastic. Probably a bootleg. I think this is probably a bootleg. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is, because I don't think I was able to enter this into Discogs. And that's what these look like. And the rumor is it's Glenn Danzig releasing all these bootlegs. But anyways, a very exciting vinyl finds for me, man. I mean, I haven't been this excited since the days I was doing cocaine and Viagra, you know.